let's come up onto our toes. Feel your connection between the ball of the foot and the toes. And let's, with control, go up and down 10 times. Up onto the toes and back down. Put all the weight into the ball of the foot and press, grip the ground with the toes. All right. And grip forward with the toes and round the feet as if you're pulling something under your feet. This next one, hold them in and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Feel that rounding that's happening underneath the feet. And shake them out. Come up onto the toes. 10 squats. So let's do these slowly with control. Again, working on our balance on the ball of the foot. We're working on the white crane today. It's one of the main styles that you look at as a brown belt. When you're a 3rd degree brown belt, you learn 3 white crane forms. Then there's tons more. There's obviously white crane's its whole own style. In 3rd round, you just get an introduction to it. But one of the main things, one of the main elements of white crane style is one-legged balance. So any amount of balance practice we can do will be helping improve our white crane style. Leg wide, let's go side to side. First one, sink into it. Try to get it opened up. And then let's come up and over to the other side. And then up into the center and back and down 8 times. Shake that out, hold on a second. I had to turn my air conditioner on. All right, for our core, let's just do knee, elbow. So twist the elbow in, palm toward you, and connect it to the knee. Back. Other side. Let's circle the torso around, so you come around the back, around to the side, forward, and around. Think about trying to keep the hips in place, and just circle through the spine. It's like circling the head around, hips stay still. Other direction. Come over to one side, make sure you don't just fly through this, come around the back, around to the other side, and forward. All right. 5 wave push-ups, plank position, downward dog, dive through the hands, and up to upward dog. Press the fingertips into the floor. Come on up. Again, thinking about our one-legged balance. Extend one leg, keep the leg straight, push out through the heel, and let's sit the butt back like you're sitting in a chair. And just do 5 knee bends. And then 5 on the other side. Keep the leg straight, pushing out through the heel. All right, shake it out. So, people credit the origin of all the Chinese energy arts to this guy named Huato, Huato. Obviously, that's a romanization of it. It's not how he spelled it. But I think it was like 500 BC or so, maybe even more, he invented these animal exercises that later, became qigong. But you have to think of it like he might have possibly invented exercise because, like, before people, you're farming, you're hunting, you're doing all sorts of stuff, you're using your body. And so it was actually revolutionary that he made these exercises, mimicking animal movements to work different parts of your body, work the energy of your body. So we're going to do a set of these from his white crane set. He did 5 animals. He did, for each animal, he does a version that's kind of just like basic exercise, and then a version that's more internal, qigong. It's more like the energy of the animal. We're going to be doing the one that's more like the exercise. So the first white crane exercise we're going to do, we're going to reach. So if I'm standing on my right leg, I reach my left hand and my left leg out in each direction. Again, I'm trying to stay balanced over my standing leg. Knee is a little bit bent. Stretch out between the heel and the fingertips as far as you can. And then slowly come up. Put the foot underneath you. Stretch out. Again, feel your connection to the ground. Straighten the leg, straighten the arm. Reach forward and back. Heel stretches back. Fingers stretch forward. We're trying to work balance and we're trying to work extension here. Come back up. Next variation. We start the same way. Reach out, extend the leg and the arm, and then shift the eyes toward the ground. Bring the hand down, fingertips touch the ground. Pause there. Feel your connection in your standing leg, and then stand up. Other side. Stretch foot and hand apart. Now bring the eyes, face, and fingertips down to the ground. And really straighten the leg, straighten the lower back. Your front leg can be as bent as you need it to be. And slowly come up. Final variation, I'll show you this. All it's going to be is it starts the same way. Arms out, and then hand down. And then we're just going to bring both hands by the side, like you're like a jet airplane, or like, I don't know if Iron Man flies this way. I don't think he does, but hands by the side like you're flying. So reach out, stretch, and open. We'd have to ask Janae about Iron Man. Fingertips down. And then hold the fingers by the side and look forward. And slowly come up. Other side. Stretch heel and hand away. Slowly bring the fingertips to the ground and look down. Catch your balance. And then bring the hands by the side. Look forward. and come up. Shake that out. So that's the first white crane. These are called live animal as opposed to dead animal. I think there's something weird in the translation, but the live animals are the ones that are just like exercises. Dead animal means like we're just working on the inside, working with the energy more than with our bodies. Okay, second live animal for the white crane. You're on one foot, the other foot is out in front of you on the toe. Hands are to the side, you squat back, basically like a one-legged squat. Bring the arms to the side and over the head. Then from the foot, you push, foot, ankle, calf, knee, thigh, hip, you stand up, the arms come down. We're gonna do this 4 times. Sink. Hands come above the head, push, foot, ankle, calf, knee, thigh, hip, rise. Hands come down. 2 more. Rise. Last one, slowly sink down with control. Push, foot, ankle, calf, knee, thigh, hip. Come up. Switch legs. 4, slow, controlled squats. Foot, ankle, calf, knee, thigh, hip. Come up. Try to keep the torso straight. Try not to like lean forward or push the butt back. Just try to sink straight back over the hips and your eyes. Okay, shake that out. So for plateaus exercises, you're supposed to do some slowly and then some fast. We'll do the fast ones as our first exercise section. So let's get into the striking and kicking from the white crane. So the white crane is not an entirely hard style. Hard style means everything's coming from strength and power through the body. Soft styles means you're using the connective tissue. So on these strikes, we're going to, don't try to do them with full strength. The idea is lightning fast, but more like snapping rather than powerful. Don't think of like, I'm driving through a kick shield. Think I'm just snapping out like as if I were trying to catch a fly or something like that. So the first one we're going to do, we're going to be from a sparring stance. You're just going to turn the hand over, extend through the fingertips. You see this a lot in the white crane. You're just basically jabbing into the eyes. Because you can extend the fingers, you're extending your range. But the idea here is super fast snap. You don't have to have a super strong strike to jab someone in the eyes. You want it to just be super fast. So with your front hand, it's still all coming from the body. Pull your front hip back, and then push the front hip forward and just snap, feel the hand. At first, just keep the hand loose and just feel the hand snap straight forward. Just nice and loose. So you pull the hand in, palm up, you shoot it out, palm down. And then start adding lightning fast snap to this, but it's still coming from the body. So it's as if you're like throwing a heavy ball at the end of a chain. You're throwing it out, and right at the end of the chain is when the power hits. Try a few more, or try those for about a minute. All right, let's try the other side. So it's your front hand, your front hip pulls back, and then it pushes forward, and you just throw the hand forward, fingers extended. Start light. Feel the connection from the hip through the body. And then slowly make them faster and faster and faster. The more you tense muscles, the more you're fighting the movement, the slower it goes. Try not to tense any muscles, just feel yourself whip. All right, shake that out. So that's the finger thrust. You see that all the time in the white crane. Okay, kick. Come on to your back leg. First, we need to talk about the posture of the white crane. The energy point for the white crane is the center of the chest, meaning this is where the crane stylists focus their energy. Tigers focus in the lower back. They're heavy in the lower back. Cranes keep their energy in the center of the chest. So your posture is slightly puffed up, as if you're almost like a proud bird's chest, you know? So think about being upright, connected through the center of your chest. For the kick set, again, it's about balancing. You're just going to throw front leg to one side, open to the other side, front leg. Again, these kicks, same thing, snapping, exploding out. Snap, snap. Proud chest, snap, side to side. You have to be rooted into the ground, connected through the chest, and then you can throw these snapping kicks back and forth. Try not to put your foot down unless you need to catch your balance. Recenter yourself, pick up the foot, and begin again. Okay, come on to your other leg. Proud chest, sunk into the ground, and back and forth. Snap. Through the ball of the foot. All right, shake that out. Exercise set for the lower legs is going to be 10 quick white crane live animal exercises. So keep all the, keep everything the same. You're still keeping the body going up and down, but just do it faster. Do that on your own, 10 on each side. Feel the foot load up, push out of the foot. Feel your torso connected to the foot when you're down. Pushing the foot into the ground pushes the torso up. Other side. All right. So now, in addition to the finger jab, we're going to add the elbow block for our next strike set. So this looks like this. You're in a sparring stance. Someone comes to punch you toward the face. You don't block it with your hand. You just lift your elbow. Basically, this protects your whole face. And you circle that elbow to knock that fist offline. So the elbow comes up to the outside, it circles in, and what this does is then free you up for a hand strike. So it's elbow, thrust, elbow, thrust. Again, lightning fast, circle, snap the hand out, right into the eyes. As if you're like flicking water off your hands or something. That's the feeling of the white crane finger jab. Other side. So think sparring. Elbow blocks the strike. You come over the hand, thrust forward. You see this in tiger, the first tiger form. Elbow blocks and then back fist down. In the white crane, elbow and finger thrust. Try it on the other side. You want to think of these strikes as like your hand teleporting. It's like there's nothing in between. It just snaps. It just appears in the forward location. You can't do that if you're using strength. If you're using strength, the strength is there the whole time. It has to it just snaps out, and you only get any sort of power right at the very end. All right. Kick set. Again, it's about balance. You're going to kick behind you, step back, kick, step, kick. So the back kick, it's like a side kick, except the knee stays underneath you. So facing from the front, I look like this. Again, you're coming into the exact position that we practiced at the beginning with that exercise step. You kick back. Again, try to get snapped into it. So we're going to do it on both legs. You're going to kick, set it down, kick with the other leg. Just do that back and forth. Let's do 20 kicks. Try to stay balanced on your root leg. In fact, that's probably the priority. Because no matter what, the kick won't be strong unless you have that root. All right, shake that out. Okay, exercise step. Again, working balance. Just don't let, we're gonna do the same thing we did for the warm-ups. Just don't let this foot touch the floor. It comes back, forward, twisting, tightening through the core. Think kneeing with the knee. You can think blocking, or elbowing with the elbow. This is also the same as a hip kick, but we're just doing knee and elbow. Try to hit balance and then tighten across the core. All right, other side. Don't let the foot touch the floor. Try to do maybe about 20 of these. This one we want to start very loose for his final strike set. Start with your arm in front of you, typical sparring position, hand about head high. I want you from the hips, turn the hip in. See how this pulls the elbow in? So you pull the elbow in for the arm to come straight across to block, and then the hip swings out and you slap with the back of your hand, dead hand slap. So the arm's up, you make a hole in the front, and you see this in four doorways connected as a yellow belt. You block in, chop over. This one we block in, and then backhand. Slap with the back of your hand. Again, it's not a strong strike. So the hip pulls in, that pulls the elbow in. When the hip goes out, the arm from the shoulder unrolls like a whip. So block in, whip out. Again, it's not strength, it's speed. Coming from the body. This is the part of white crane that they call soft or internal. It's not about muscle. But again, you have to have energy in the hand so that when it connects, it feels like a heavy, dead hand. You don't want it to just like not have anything there. When you connect with the hand, put your intention in the hand. Block, smack. Other side. Block in, smack out. Start slow, feel the body doing this. It's basically the body's doing it for you. Turns the elbow in to block, and then you turn out to smack. In, out. You want to feel the connection from, as I go out, my hip turns, which turns the shoulder, upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, fingers, smack. So if you're not feeling this wave, slow it down. Sometimes your non-dominant hand is awkward, so just slow it down. Feel the wave. All right. Final kick. We're going to practice before we start putting all this together into the form, is balancing on one leg. We're going to jump and kick with the leg that was on the ground. So this is like a double front kick. You see this, as a white belt, back leg comes forward, double front kick. But we're doing it with the leg already in the air. You just jump and kick, and you land this leg that was in the air, I land on it. So we're going to do that back and forth. You jump, kick, keep the leg in the air. Jump, kick, keep the leg in the air. Jump, jump. Balance when you land. Remember, snapping kicks. All right, shake that out. Because the fingers in white crane have to be strong, a big part of the training is fingertip push-ups, or you start with fingerprint push-ups and then you get to fingertip. So if you want, you couldn't do these on a wall. I feel like most of you are probably ready to go past that. But basically, just rest your hands on a wall, fingertips, and come in and come out. Otherwise, start on your knees. You can just try fingertips holding a plank, or you can try fingertips holding a full plank, or you can try doing push-ups. Don't go too far, too fast, until you feel the connection into the fingerprints. So if you're going to try a push-up, or if you can't do the fingertips, be on your 5 fingerprints on each hand. Let's hold the plank for about 10 breaths, or try a few push-ups. Remember, it's about connection. Feel down your arms, through the hand, into the fingers, each finger. All right. And shake that out. So, as we put this together, I want you to think the style of a white crane fighter. Well, first let's talk about the tiger. A tiger, low, strong, constantly coming forward. A crane is totally different. Think of like a heron you see in the water. They just stand there. A crane is constantly moving out of range. So think of them like moving back, stepping back onto one leg, like away. Like if you're my opponent, I would hop back, snap a kick in. You're constantly trying to stay out of range and then throw these long, snapping strikes. A crane is never really coming forward, trying to be strong. They're trying to use distance, length, and extension. So here's the piece of the form that we're going to put together. Come onto the left leg, pick up the right leg. We're going to do 4 kicks, starting going across your body. 1, and then out, and then back, and then to the. So if you're looking at the camera, 1, 2, 3, 4. You do 4 kicks. Pick up 1, 2, 3, 4. And then my kicking leg, I plant it down. I'm still facing my opponent here, and I turn and back kick, set that foot down, back kick. So that's 6 kicks in a row. Right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. I set the right leg down. Back kick with the left, back kick with the right. Do that a couple times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Set it down, back kick, set it down, back kick. Proud chest, snapping back kicks. Okay? So now everyone, the final kick was with the right leg. Your base, you're rooted on your left leg. From here, so we're just kicking somebody behind us. Someone is now coming in front of us. We swing the back leg through and jump kick. So, right leg behind. We look forward, swing the right leg through, and then kick with the left leg. Jump, kick, and land on the right leg. Let's do that again. Right leg back. I look forward and jump, kick. So let's put, this is now 7 kicks all together. Lift the right leg. 4 kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Set it down. Back kick, set it down. Back kick, jump, front kick. Practice that a couple times. 7 kicks in a row. Set it down, back, set it down, back, double front kick. You swing the leg through to make the jump happen. 4, set it down, back kick, double. And then we land with the left foot forward. The final piece of this is we swoop the right leg in front, right hand blocks and smacks. So after the double front kick, your left foot in front, right hand and right foot come forward like into a monkey stance. So if you're looking at me, I block across, step out, and smack. So left foot forward, right hand, right foot come through, smack. Okay, let's try the whole thing. You're on your left foot. 4 kicks. set, kick, kick, double front kick, put the left foot down in front, slide through, block, smack. One more time. 4 kicks, set it down, back kick, double front kick, slide through, and smack. Try it once more on your own. All right, shake that out. Let's stretch up. Fold over. And then let's hang forward. Let all the tension start draining out of the spine. Just keep hanging. Okay, so slowly roll up. And then sink down into a squat. Push the knees open. Here's another good time to think about the proud chest idea of the white crane. Put a little intention right in the center of the chest. Breathe into this point. When you breathe, feel this part of the lungs expand. It's the same as the I Ching Ching, where we're centered on this point. We open through this point, and then we close through this point. That's basically how a white crane, that's how you train for white crane breathing. We're just like focusing on this energy point. And then go ahead and have a seat, extend the legs out. Really push out through the heels. Push the knees down. Feel the legs stretch. The white crane, you should always think of it, herons are, more obvious in this area. The long, skinny legs, not super thick, muscular legs, long and skinny. So think about stretching, elongating out through the heels. Relax the muscles. Stay there for a minute. Let me pull the computer down. So like Shaolin Kung Fu, it's like if your only priority is self-defense or being a fighter, this, it's like you see that everything we're doing is self-defense technically, or it is fighting. But it's really more about learning to use your body in different ways. These are all ways that the human body can be used. And I mean, that's basically what these monks were just sitting around. You're trying to know who you are as a monk, in these like Buddhist and Taoist temples. And learning how a body can work by mimicking things in the outside world was just part of their internal practice. So it's like a lot of the stuff that we're doing, it's like not necessarily the most practical thing you could ever do if you were worried about like being in a dark alley, or something like that. But everything that we're doing is trying to find how our body can work, use the body in all these different ways, and basically by using the body in different ways that we're not accustomed to, we're creating freedom in the body. Yes, we can use the body being totally tense, like tiger style, or we can use the body in this weird, like where we're using the tendons more for the crane, white crane style. Let's fold over each leg back and forth. So I just want you to, I like trying to make sure that I introduce this stuff so that you realize that this is the point of Shaolin Kung Fu as opposed to like military-based martial arts, like karate or Krav Maga. All of those have components of focus, meditation, stuff like that, but the priority in Shaolin, bring your legs together into a butterfly stretch and sink. The priority is like learning about ourselves, learning how our bodies can work. So anyway, just something to be thinking about. Each belt that you go through, it's not like you get introduced to a different animal, and it's not like you become a master at that animal. It's just like, hey, check out these few ideas about using your body differently. And then you go on to your next belt, and now it's time to learn a tiger form. Now it's time to learn an eagle form, mantis. So it's like, you're not necessarily going to master any of these things right off the bat, of course, but it's just about learning new things to put into your body, new positions, new shapes. That's why they're called forms. The word for form really just means shapes. You're putting shapes and movements into the body. Come into a comfortable cross-legged position. Ooh, I'm going over time here. I'm sorry, I'm chatting. Palms down. Crown of the head up. Drain the tension from the body. Face relaxes. Neck, tops of the shoulders. Arms sink down to heavy elbows. You feel your hands rest on your knees or thighs. Chest relaxes. Belly opens, lower back opens as you sink into your hips. You sink into your seat. You feel your connection to the ground, and you gently pull the crown of the head away from that. Touch the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Close your eyes and breathe. With each exhale, you melt away from the crown of the head as if the crown of the head is connected to the ceiling. All right, open your eyes, circle your neck around. Thank you guys. Let me know.